Hi, my name's Amy Murphy and I'm going to be your instructor for EDU 3010. 3010 is where we're going to learn to write a unit plan and lesson plans. You will use the information you learn in this course for EDU 3040, which is the second course that I teach. A couple of things we need to look at on the Moodle site to help us be successful is the news forum. If you open the news forum, each week there's going to be a new post. The post will tell you specific directions for each assignment due that week. Please make sure that you read the news forum each week. The post will become live on the Thursday night before the week starts. I do check to see who does read the news forum. If you don't read the news forum, you'll probably get an email reminding you to read the news forum each week. Next, we need to look at the needed resources. For this course, we're going to use the literature book, The Lorax by Dr. Seuss. This is a wonderful book that clearly teaches many standards in reading. You can also teach writing, science, and social studies through the use of this book. Next thing we need to look at is the unit template. The unit template is laid out in a very specific order. For week 1, you're going to select 6 standards for the Lorax. I would suggest that you read the book, read over the standards, and select 6 that could be taught using the Lorax. My suggestion would be to have one standard where the students are learning new words, and the 6th standard should be where they are assessed on their knowledge of the Lorax at the end of the unit. In week 2, you're going to be creating the unit summary and the content outline. These are the 2 most important sections of the entire unit. Everything else in the unit will be based off what you do in these 2 sections. The next section you need to take notice of is the unit essential question. Please go to this link to learn about what a unit essential question should look like. In this section, there should only be one question. Now, if you look at the rest of the unit plan, it's laid out in 6 different sections to match the 6 standards. So everything that you do for Standard 1 will be in the Standard 1 section. In week 3, you will write the objectives in the first box. So this is the place for the objective for Standard 1. If you scroll down, there's a place for the objective for Standard 2. If you've noticed, I've color-coded the standards to help you easily find where they belong. Standard 1 is yellow, so you will write the objective. In the section that's yellow. Standard 2 is in light purple. You'll scroll down and write the objective for Standard 2 right here. You'll notice after the objective there are the exact same sections. This is the multiple intelligence sections for Objective 1. Here are the specific assessments for Objective 1 and the accommodations for Objective 1. You're going to see the same layout for Objective 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. They are all the same. So week 3, you will create and write the objectives, and then you will write in the multiple intelligences, assessments, and the accommodations. Please take time to look over the unit plan. It will save both of us a great deal of time. The next thing we need to look at is the Florida standards. I posted the standards for 3rd grade. Notice that there are RL standards and there are RI standards. RL stands for reading literature. RI stands for reading information. Lorax is a fiction book, so you will need to select RL standards. In this same document, you will also see writing standards. You could select a writing standard. You could select a presentation standard and a standard English standard. So there are many standards that you can select. Please just don't select one with RI. That is for reading information, not a literature book. So let's look at week 1. In week 1, I'm asking you to acquire the copy of the Lorax, read the book, and then select the standards. There's also required reading from the books for this course. One of the things that's very important to point out is the due dates. I know my due dates are a little different than some of the other courses, but there's a reason for that. The introduction forums are due on Wednesday night. This is where you post your initial answer to the questions on the readings that were required. I require this on Wednesday so that everybody has plenty of time by the next Sunday night to respond to 2 posts from other classmates. The next link is the instructional progress plan check. You can see that it's due on Saturday. The major assignments for this course are due on Saturday. That's so I can check them on Sunday and get the grades back to you, the grades and the comments back to you by hopefully Sunday evening. I am teaching EDU 3010 and EDU 3040 this semester along with working full time. So I need Sundays to be able to check your assignments. It's important that you get your assignments back in an expedient manner because one assignment leads to the next assignment. So you need to open and read the comments from each week's assignments so that the next assignment will be done correctly. If one section is done wrong and you don't change it, then all of the other sections following it will be incorrect because of the first section not being correct. So I do try to get everything back to you on Sunday night. If not, it will be Monday night, but it's usually never later than that. So please make sure you check the due dates. Discussion posts are Wednesday, major assignments are on Saturday, and it's Saturday night at midnight. Along the side, you're going to find my information, my phone number, and my email address. If you text me, please give me your name and the course number, especially since I'm teaching both courses at one time. Both courses are very different, and I will respond to questions differently. So if you will give me your name and the course number, I will answer you as soon as possible. Also, please check your Warner email every day. This is the only way I can contact each one of you individually. Sometimes if there's a major issue, I will email you and ask you maybe the reason why something is the way it is. Maybe I just didn't understand, or I might give you extra time to correct it before it is graded again. Saying that, and it's due on Saturday, if you get the assignments completed earlier than Saturday, please feel free to submit them early. Do not feel like you have to wait till Saturday. I check this Moodle site every single night. I grade and comment every night of the week. And let's see. You'll notice on week 2 is a big week for us because you're writing and practicing objectives, and you're also writing the unit summary plan. The writing the measurable verbs activity has always given us issues. What you need to do is open writing learning objectives. No, not that one. Let's go to this one. The measurable verbs and behavior. And it is a worksheet. You're going to complete the worksheet using these objectives. In week 3, you'll write the objectives for the Lorax, but in week 2, you're going to write the objectives based on the standards listed here. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, it shows you exactly how to write an objective. It's broken down very nicely. So please read the information. This is one of the biggest areas where I have to grade low and send it back to be redone. So remember, in week 2, you're going to write the objectives based on these standards. In week 3, you will write objectives for the Lorax standards. When you get to week 2 and you're writing the unit summary and the content outline, please do not solely rely on Teachers Pay Teachers. I've been using the Lorax in this course for quite some time, and it's very clear when all of the ideas have come from Teachers Pay Teachers. That is a great site for additional resources, but the information or the activities on Teachers Pay Teachers don't always meet the level of the standards. If you'll notice in week 5, I believe, let me see real quick. If you look at week 5, you are submitting a completed and corrected unit plan. So it would be to your advantage to look at the comments given on each section and correct them, so that when you get to week 5, it is a very easy week with that already being completed. Because in week 5, you will also begin learning how to write a lesson plan. So if you will correct the unit plan based on my comments, it will make that week much easier. When I look over your work, when you turn in a completed assignment, I look back at the comments that I made to see if those things have been corrected. If you correct the comments, then, or correct what was suggested in the comments, then your grade will come up. So that's all I can think to tell you right now. I am not sure if I will post a video every single week. It is my new goal to post videos as often as I can so that we can avoid some of the minor errors that are being made in the course. So my number one suggestion is remember this news forum, read it every week, ask me questions. I'm here to help, and we will all be very successful this semester. So again, thank you for your time and for watching the entire video. Talk to you soon.